What's good, you two? I just wanted to come with a playoff breakdown of what we see so far in the playoffs. First, we're going to start off with the Memphis Grizzlies and the Golden State Warriors. The first thing I want to do is admit that I was wrong. I thought Memphis was going to be, they couldn't score enough, they'd be outmatched. And I thought the Golden State Warriors going to be too explosive for the Memphis Grizzlies to keep up scoring wise. That has been the exact opposite. It reminded me of the Bucks Bulls series when the Bucks wasn't as explosive and they couldn't score as easy as the Chicago Bulls, but their defense played a key part to winning two games and keeping them in the series, almost forcing a game 7, but they lost in double overtime in game 3 or game 4. I don't remember which game, but that series could have went 7. But this Memphis series, Memphis has really dominated the Golden State Warriors, people, and I wanted to say that real quick. The Memphis Grizzlies has really dominated this team the last two games. The Memphis Grizzlies are undefeated with Mike Conley in the playoffs, and I see why. He is underrated. His ability to control the tempo, his ability to knock down clutch shots, his ability to space the floor, his ability to get to the paint, kick out the Marcus Hall, kick out the Zach Randolph, kick out the Courtney Lee, finish with floaters, draw contact for the fouls. Mike Conley is like a valuable player for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's almost amazing how powerful he is, that how much one player can change a whole team. And on top of that, it makes everybody play their roles. Somebody don't have to score as much. Somebody don't have to start for him. He just get everybody to their natural position in a natural role on the team. Mike Conley is one of the best players in the league. We all know that, but he proved it. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. We're going to talk about them next. The defense has them mind boggled and confused. They don't know where to go. They don't know how to attack the defense. They dribbling the ball. They running into traps. They running into double team. They can't get no space for shooting. And when they do get some space to take some shots, they break wide open layups and free throws because they out of rhythm. That's what I believe. When Klay Thompson is missing wide open dunks and wide open threes, it's because Memphis got him moving so much around and keeping the ball so much out of his hands that he can't even get in rhythm for the whole game. Same with Steph Curry. He's struggling to even get a shot off. And when he does, he has to rush it. When he does, it's a bad shot and bad shot selection. So you got to give your hats off to the Memphis Grizzlies defense for holding the Golden State Warriors to Steph Curry shot 4 for 19 from the three. Klay Thompson dominated the Pelicans. He can't even get a shot off against Tony Allen and the Memphis Grizzlies. Another thing I want to give a credit to is Marc Gasol. He is anchoring that defense for Memphis Grizzlies. Everywhere they go, Marc Gasol goes. If they dribble, over dribble, get to the paint, Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph is walling them off, forcing them to pass the ball, forcing them into to rush passes and create turnovers. So with that being said, Memphis defense has been stifling. Only thing that can cost Memphis this series, like I keep saying, is their offense. And the last two games, Golden State had made late game pushes to try to get the W. That's the only thing, like I said, that's going to may lose Memphis the series is can they score enough? Because in the fourth quarter, their offense gets stagnant and they turn the ball over way too much in the half court. Can they score enough points to win this series? That's still my issue with the Grizzlies. But with their defense, like I said about the Milwaukee Bucks series, if you can't score on them, it's going to be hard for you to win the series. And that's why Golden State has had so much trouble beating the Memphis Grizzlies because they just can't score enough points on the Memphis Grizzlies. So I picked the Golden State Warriors. I said Memphis gonna win 2 games at the max. They won they 2 games. So it looked like I'm going to be wrong about this prediction, which is okay because I'm just predicting. It don't mean I'm right. You don't know what's going to happen in a series. But I gotta give credit to the Memphis Grizzlies for going out there and running a game plan and executing a game plan and executing a offense and winning 2 games in a row, winning both their home games. So I had to give them a lot of credit on doing that. Well, they won one in Golden State and one in their home games, and they look like they're gonna go home and win again. I don't really know what Steve Kerr going to do. But the things I would do is keep the ball out of Steph Curry and Klay hands. Make Steph Curry and Klay Thompson become more of a spot-up shooter and role players. Stop running your offense more through Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, because every time they get the ball and dribble, they get double teamed and trapped. So you're going to have to find another source of offense, like they did in the Pelican series. He's going to have to rely more on his bench for floor spacing and creating shots. I know this is a star player league, but at this point, Steph and Klay are locked down automatically now. Memphis is doing everything they way to stop Klay and Steph. So he gonna have to figure out how to use his other players to win this series. His others, like Shaq call them, has been keeping them in these games and keeping them in the fourth quarter, like Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green. The other players have been keeping them in this series. So they got to rely less on Steph and Klay to create all the shots and run some offense for the other players like Harrison Barnes and them to get some mid-range touches, to get some spot-up threes, to get some. You got to do something besides just the same plays they running. Memphis locked Steph and Klay up. So you got to figure out another way to put the ball in the basket, and you have to use other resources to score. Their defense has been good. They've been forcing a lot of turnovers. They've been getting a lot of steals, a lot of blocks, but they just haven't been able to turn them into points because Memphis Grizzlies foul them before they get to the fast break. So all the turnovers that Memphis has been getting, they've been fouling them before they can get to a clear path foul. So they can't even get out on fast break to get easy buckets. And you know that's one of the Golden State's easiest way to blow you out is getting out on transition and just getting easy buckets. But Memphis has forced the Golden State Warriors to play in a slow-paced game. No fast break. You're going to beat us on 5-on-5 defense. Whoever got the best defense wins the series. And it's looking like the number one defensive team, Golden State Warriors, don't have better defense than the Memphis Grizzlies. And it's sad to see it, but it's true. And they just undersized. They just got mismatches. And that's one thing like I want to end the video about the playoffs. It don't matter how good of a team you is. If you go against the wrong matchup, you can lose a series, just like the San Antonio Spurs against OKC or against the Clippers. You can go against the wrong team. You might be better. You might have a better team, but they got the right matchup. Blake Griffin and Chris Paul was too athletic and too quick for the Spurs, and they took them down in 7. And this series, Memphis just oversized. They got the right tempo. They got the right defensive players, and it's just causing the Golden State Warriors a headache. So sometimes it's about execution, matchups, and coaching that can win you a playoff series. And it's looking like Golden State might go down in 6. It looks like they're going down in 6 right now. It looks like they're going to win one more game and they're going home. And I picked them to win in 5 or 6. But it's looking like it's going to be ending in Memphis if they can't get their offense together and find some other ways to score the ball besides Steph and Klay taking all the shots like they usually do. So it's all about execution, matchups, and the game. And this just been a horrible mismatch for the Golden State Warriors. They undersized, and they just ain't got enough to stop the Memphis Grizzlies. They got to find another way to beat this team, and they just running out of answers right now. So they just fell into the wrong matchup and a team that just knows how to play them and execute. And it's just sad to watch Golden State struggle these last 2 games. And if they lose game 3, game 4 in Memphis, this series is pretty much done. If they go home, if they go back to Memphis and lose again, Memphis winning in 6 or in 5. And the number one team has got exposed. And that's why I want to make the video. How the Memphis Grizzlies exposed the Golden State Warriors. And this is a sad series to watch because these last 2 games haven't really even been close because the Grizzlies pretty much controlled the game from the 4th quarter to the 4th quarter. Even though Golden State made late pushes, they never really had control of the game, and they never really was. Even in game 3, they never really was in the game besides the 1st quarter. After that, they was playing from behind the whole game, and in game 2. So Memphis just really got the recipe to beat Golden State, and it looks like they're going to go down in 6 or 5. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Check out my older videos. If you like this video, like my older videos, subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your way. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis signing out.